Debris, damage, and destruction across central Indiana, including at least one tornado touchdown. You can see it here, captured on camera, tearing through an apartment complex under construction in Johnson County. Here's another look in the Center Grove area. Police tell 13 News 75 homes suffered damage in today's storms. Luckily tonight, no reports of any serious injuries. And tornadoes weren't the only weather threat today. Large hail, some the size of ping pong balls, also hit a lot of communities across our state today. I'm Jenny Runovich along with meteorologist Sean Ash tonight, and we want to start with this video from Drone Cam 13. You know, 3 months after tornadoes did so much damage in Johnson County, here we are again. It got hit just a few miles away from the last storm. And Sean, you know, seeing this damage, especially when we're talking about the tops of homes, it's that reminder you always tell us, and that's get to the lowest level of your home.
Yeah, and you know, seeing those radar images today as well, I mean, they would put a pit in our stomach, but certainly when we started seeing the same towns as March 31st. But yes, we always say go to the lowest level interior portion, and when you looked at that, you can see a lot of the roofs kind of pulled off, and that's why we say that that's your safest spot, is get as low as possible. Yeah,
definitely scary stuff. Sean, thanks so much. And, you know.
Yeah, and we'll take you back. Well, let's show you how this all thing unfolded here today, Jenny. So this is live Doppler 13 radar. We'll get you at about 1:52. Not a lot going on except one cell to the northwest of Crawfordsville. That was the storm that burst open the cap. And then it was explosive development. We had multiple long track supercells. We knew this had a high severe weather ceiling. We warned about it leading into this event, that if storms formed today, they would have the potential for destructive hail, which we had through parts of Clinton County, and also strong tornadoes. We know at least one, and we caught it on live Doppler 13 radar here. We had what we call a debris ball that formed right around 4:13. That's it right there. And that's at least one tornado that went across portions of Johnson County. Survey crews out tomorrow. We'll have more on that and a calmer forecast, at least tonight, coming up in a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you then. Sean, thank you. So many of you shared pictures and video during our severe weather today, and that perspective, especially of the tornado in Johnson County, really shows the power of these storms. Take a look. Just watch as this tornado, captured on camera, shreds part of an apartment complex. The flats at Stones Crossing, mostly unoccupied and under construction, takes a direct hit near State Road 135 and Stones Crossing Road. You can see the funnel cloud pick up parts of the roof and siding, churn that debris and toss it out. Here's another angle from the same touchdown, that large funnel with a debris cloud doing a lot of damage along the way. At least 75 homes received moderate to severe damage from Bargersville to Whiteland. Here, cameras captured the tornado near Emmanuel Church Greenwood campus. And this is a wider view of the twister from Bargersville's fire chief as he raced in to help. It shows the scope of the storm spinning through Johnson County. And take a look here. This is damage in Johnson County as well. This is just south of Center Grove High School in the Kensington Grove neighborhood, which got hit hard. The tornado knocked down power lines onto Travis Road and the roof taken right off this house, leaving blown insulation everywhere. Other homes also lost their roofs and suffered some major damage.
There's just a lot of damage to property, but praise God, everybody's okay. Physically, it was very scary. We've never been through anything like this before, and this neighborhood has never had damage like this before.
And check this out. Look how the tornado just bent over the basketball goal, moved this car right off the driveway. This at Cami Wright's house. And our Storm Team 13 coverage continues in Johnson County. Our Logan Gay talked to neighbors today in Greenwood who now have to rebuild their homes. But first, Emily Longnecker shares the shock from a Bargersville family at how quickly the storms caused damage.
This is what happens when a tornado comes through your area. Check it out. This field on Honey Creek Road in Bargersville is filled with debris. No telling where it came from, but this is where it ended up.
So I was gone 10 minutes and literally that happened.
And by that, Mandy King means the 3 trees on top of her Tracy Road home, just north of Bargersville. Trees King and her family are now trying to cut up. King says she just left the house only a few minutes earlier Sunday afternoon when she spotted a funnel cloud.
Well, I could see it was heading this way. That was my concern.
That's because her 15-year-old son Carson was home alone and wasn't answering the phone. King wasn't the only one worried. Her youngest son was coming home from a baseball game in Kentucky and was monitoring the weather on his phone.
I told my dad that the tornado was coming, and my dad called Carson and said, "Take cover. The tornado is coming."
So that's just what Carson did, taking cover in the bathroom with the family's dog.
It does sound like a train. I can't approve that.
After 15 seconds, though, quiet. So the teen came out to this.
It was a disaster.
We're just praising the Lord that it wasn't any worse than it was. Yeah. No lives lost.
Just a lot of work and cleanup ahead.
It's going to take a while to clean up, but we're here for every second of it.
You've got your gloves on, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, what are those, biking gloves?
Hockey gloves.
Whatever gets the job done. And a lot of utility lines came down during this storm. Utility crews are out trying to restore power to several homes, but emergency crews say that people could be without power up to 48 hours, maybe longer, and so the cleanup begins. In Bargersville, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
I'm here in Greenwood, where neighbors are focused on rebuilding now that the storm has passed. We talked with neighbors who saw the whole thing unfold.
It was like a train, and it was like a loud machine just sitting over the top of us.
Kim Olson still can't believe what she witnessed outside her apartment on Sunday.
Are you guys watching that? I was on the front porch. I was like, is that a tornado? So I got out in the yard, and there's debris flying, birds everywhere going crazy, and just debris. And I watched it all the way through.
She says things escalated quickly.
I ran in and slammed the door at the last minute, locked it, ran in and jumped over my little boy in the bathtub and sat there till it was over. My ears were popping. It was the awfulest sound ever.
After seeing the tornado damage, she says she feels lucky to be alive.
It took the whole roof off of the one across from me. It's gone. And all I have is a busted out window and a dent in my car from a tree.
Ernest Archie is the maintenance supervisor for these apartments. He says his phone has been ringing nonstop since the storm passed. He says he's never handled a job as big as this one, but he's not worried about it getting done.
It's just a tight-knit community, so I'm glad no deaths and anything like that. So.
That is the good news. Even in all this destruction, somehow no serious injuries. In Greenwood, Logan Gay, 13 News.
All across central Indiana tonight, thousands still without power. This is a look at outages just from Duke Energy. You can see more than 1,000 customers still in the dark in Bloomington. Duke has most power back on in Greenwood, but nearly 2,000 Johnson County REMC customers are still waiting as those crews work to get power restored. Now, for people without a place to stay because of storm damage, the Red Cross does have a shelter set up. It's at Greenwood Middle School. That's on Averett Road. Also, to help emergency crews and keep neighbors safe, there's a curfew in place right now in the town of Bargersville that goes until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.